Welcome YouTube. My name is Radiata Lycoris, and we are back with some more Reverse 1999 Journey to More Panic. Yeah, we're back to continue the story. I thought I was gonna be able to have a cup of coffee to accompany me on this ride, but no, it just turns out I just knocked it over, so it seems like I won't have coffee. It's like, nope, you don't need that. You don't need that. You can survive by your own energy alone. So I'm coffeeless, but I still have a great story to go through. So yeah, if y'all like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And yeah, let's continue our journey. What is this? Oh, we got another challenge for this. I'm gonna do that later. And yeah, chapter 10, outside the fence. First the child self, and then the teenage self, and then the young adult self. Only in the mediator's realm can one's face so many pass. Sorry, I'm so sorry. This is what happens when I don't have coffee. Only in the mediator's realm can one face so many past selves and defeat them one after another.
The 20-year-old me was fierce.
Calabona rubs her bruised cheeks.
That pain feels real.
You came here sooner than I expected, Calabona.
Ooh. Oh, there she goes. Oh, and a sad song too, no. The wind feels like tingling knives on the rooftop. A familiar, if not too familiar, figures once again emerges in front of her.
I knew you would come.
Kamar. Finally. See you again.
I miss you dearly too, my child. I hope you've been doing well while I was away. Hope you're happy with the surroundings I set. I always find it enjoyable here. A place full of memories. And perfect for small talks.
I'd rather you suffered, miss.
Ah, someone is having a worse attitude these days.
Calabona looks around to observe the surroundings.
There's no need to look around, kid. I already had a few years of experience in the field before you started your research. And one of the most basic skills one has to master in the meditator's realm is to cover up the traces of reality.
Sky is dark, like the surface of dusted glassware.
Even so, you didn't even think about creating a starry sky for yourself here.
Mar is silent for a moment and then shakes her head.
That would be unnecessary. You can see it any time outside this realm if you like.
Why did you invite me here?
I know you've put in a lot of efforts. I understand the difficulty within and sympathize with you, Calabona. I always do, just like what I did with my younger brother. By the way, that letter has been delivered to him safely, I assume? You're smart enough not to bring the Vishnu statue with you. Did somebody kindly remind you not to do that? Never mind, that's not helpful.
I don't understand. Why involve him?
Behind Kumar, an old finder's scope is aiming at the sky.
Maybe I was being vindictive out of hatred, like you said. After all, they precluded me from doing anything even before I give it a try. Although my misfortune was not my brother's doing, there's no one else left in the family to take my anger. So ask me now. Ask me anything you wish to know. I can tell you everything. What you're curious about, what you're confused about, anything you can't work out in your little brain. I can explain it all.
Why say it like that? Her brain isn't little. He smiles warmly, but her words were cold as usual.
Hasn't the idea that I might locate you bothered you for even a second?
Kalabona takes a tentative step forward.
Locate me? You are still as naive as a child, my Kalabauna. You little dummy Ulu. That is simply impossible.
This is the first time you doubt my capability.
No, why would I do that? Of all the students, you are the only child who is smart enough to follow my steps this far. You just don't have time on your side and need a better mindset in dealing with the unexpected. I've tried to teach it to you. Remember those impromptu speeches I asked you to give? Those were good practice.
Don't have... What do you mean?
Perhaps you have put too much stock in the idea that I will rely on Manus Vindictae in this. Instead, I trust myself more than them. And of course, I also trust you. What's more, they were never good enough for me. But luckily, I have never been a real arcanist or a real human, only pretending to be either of them when necessary. I can easily act like an arcanist to gain their trust, just like I could act like a human when I was teaching at Venna.
Kumar noticed that Kalabana has been staring at the old finder scope.
What are you staring at? Take it if you're interested.
Kumar takes off the finder scope and throws it lightly at Kalabania. It lands precisely on her palm. The surroundings remain the same. Kalabania can't find any loopholes at all.
What? You thought it is the key to cracking the meditator's realm, like the stone statues earlier? Though it is too late for hints, there is one thing I have to remind you of.
She is indeed as thoughtful as she claims to be.
You didn't catch up to the real me, nor did you improve the situation by entering the realm. You chased me all the way here, chased the hope of winning against me, but you only helped me complete my plan. The moment you entered the realm, the last step of my plan was done.
I completed... what?
As you know, exerting influence on reality through the meditator's realm is challenging. After all, this realm is like the shadow of its real counterpart, a reflection of reality. I went to a lot of trouble, even wasted a statue, to finally stick out a corner of the shadow over the boundary of the two worlds.
You mean the statue in the cave?
Yes. What I needed was an outside-in force to break the realm, which is almost unbreakable from the inside. A mirror can reflect objects, but there's nothing it could do to itself. It can only be shattered into pieces by people not from the reflection, but reality.
I know this is out of context, but it's basically like only because I saw the Meg movie recently. I'm so sorry, it's so totally out of context, but there's a huge sea barrier between like the regular sea ocean and then the way below sea floor, which is so cold that it has a barrier where all the creatures that's way down below can't go up. At least that's what it says in the movie. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but yeah, in the movie it showed that that there's this barrier that all the creatures, including the shark, which is the Meg, it's so huge, even that can't go through, can't penetrate the barrier. But the humans in the story, they were able to go down there because they produce enough heat to go down and break the barrier. It needed someone to come in, to go in and break the barrier in order for everything else that's below that sea level to come out. Because as soon as they escaped, they generated enough heat from a blast that it tore open basically the barrier. So I feel like in this, I just was reminded, because in this case it's kind of like that, where she is saying how like in this this mediator realm place, basically nothing inside of it can ever escape, but something from the outside of reality can't come into it, causing basically a whole, like an entrance for whatever is inside to come out. At least that's what I'm getting so far.
Whenever there is a shooting star streaking across the sky of this realm, an equally beautiful star will fall on the real Earth. And guess what? You are the force I'm looking for.
No. How? So the fluctuation I detected, the energy of the celestial body felt by the Foundation girl, are just false alert?
Were they?
Oh no. I have to admit, that young girl was not part of my plan. But at least you are on the right track about what happened. If anything is to blame, it's your ego. You were trying to win, but not by saving people. The idea of proving yourself to me outweighed their lives. You must be wondering, how could she lay such a trap with her insignificant arcane power? She can barely lift a lump of clay. She must have had the Manus Vindictae on her side to help. All that being said, you don't have to view yourself to be a lesser version of me. You're still my best student, my best colleague, and my strongest rival. Well, with some room to improve.
I feel like Kumar is just like just bitter. I don't know if I'm just like interpreting this wrong or whatever, but Kumar is quite bitter. Like she really does view Kala like a rival, or like a, you know, competition, you know what I mean? It's kind of, it's a little, I'm not gonna lie, the relationship is a little toxic, the way how Kumar is speaking. She's like, oh, you just wanted to beat me, your pride. I wonder if that's true though. So I'll see how Kala responds to this. I thought Kala did the whole story. I thought Kala did this because she cared about Kumar and because she actually cared about the meteor and stuff like that. But I think she does. I think just Kumar just twisting it, making it seem like she doesn't care. She just always wants to beat her. Let's see.
Even this time, you didn't lose the game for lack of wits, but for the fact that I know you a bit better than you know me. And I simply have more experience hunting a prey.
You and the Manus, I've never thought that.
Calabona feels her explanations meaningless and stuck in her throat. She's almost choking for breath in the gentle breeze. So that's what I thought. That's what I thought. That Kala was like, she's, I think, blown away by the way how Kamara is assuming things about her, I think, right now.
That means if I didn't enter the realm to see you,
then things are going to be tricky for me. You would be enjoying a happy Deepa festival, while I would be crying in a dark corner nobody knows of.
I just don't understand, why is Kumar doing this? You know what I mean? Like, she's causing like all this problem. Like, I don't know.
why? Why would you?
Well, time's up. Remember to ask the most important question first next time, chap.
Oh, come on, Kumar.
Don't thank me for that suggestion, and don't think too much of my kindness. I didn't explain all these things for your sake. I told you everything because only by doing so can I enjoy the victory to its fullest. Your desperation is a good prize for me.
But why? I don't understand.
You know I have a bad taste for entertainment.
Clearly.
Go back to the Deepa festival. At least there's one good thing left for you. You will get to see that beautiful shooting star with your own eyes, just like I will. Alfida.
Okay. I feel like I just gotten a lot of explanations, but I also feel like I gained nothing. I'm gonna move on. Rat and its days.
My ankle hurts no more.
Andrea tries to move the tightly wrapped ankle. Shemaine is sitting under the sacred fig, and Matilda is anxiously walking around and around the vat. Neither of them is in the mood to check Conjura's ankle.
She's been in there for 4 minutes, 26 seconds.
Is it too long?
Is this a reasonable length of time? I remember I once learned about the ideal time length for meditation in one of the elective classes. What's more, she's holding her breath underwater.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Jermaine closed his eyes. The noise of people, the footsteps, and the light cracks coming from inside the tree gradually turns into the crackle of flames.
When there is only one way to the destination, you have no choice but to take it.
Pain is coming from his scar of the mutilation, which healed up long ago.
You have to force yourself to take that painful step, and then blame yourself for being such a desperate fool to move and lose balance.
Who has never made a mistake? There was a time when he was just like them. If he had chosen the other path, the sacred fig wouldn't have died, and Dave would be sitting in its shade. But who says that would be the better future?
But the silver lining is just a stagger on the solid ground. And you will eventually regain your footing.
The vat burst into pieces after the 5-minute silence. The water splashes onto the ground like strange shadows cast in all directions.
Oh, Miss Calabona!
The poor vat breaks into pieces. The muddy liquid spreads in all directions and covers the ground. Her wet hair is clinging to her tightly. She looks as miserable as a drowned rat.
Leave here. Now. And get everyone.
She vomits in great pain, as if she could expel the regret from her body this way.
Did you see Kumar? What happened?
I'm the one to blame. Damn it. I'm such a fool. I should have known that I'm not a match for Kumar.
She knows what that means. If the boundary between the realm and the reality is broken, the celestial body will fall on them in no time. There's no easy way to forgive herself. Maybe it will destroy them today, maybe in the next minute.
Keep telling myself I did all these things to save the people, to save the village. Turns out it was me fighting against a dummy she set up. I messed up everything for everyone.
She looks at her fingers. The nails have sunken into the soft ground. A wrinkled piece of coarse cloth comes into her sight.
I'm sorry. I should have listened to you.
She lowers her head even more.
If I were more sensible and just left this path, this stupid dumb trap, nothing would have turned out this way.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like she had no reason of knowing. You know what I mean? Like the signs were there. Like in some shape or form. Like Kumar just tricked them. Like she can't.
Oh, is that how you see it? I assume you think it is this way because you have failed in the mission and thus feel depressed and indulge yourself in some negative thinking, which is totally understandable. Blaming it all on yourself, telling yourself you will be the only one to suffer the consequence so as to alleviate the guilt. Or you didn't understand what I said to you earlier at all.
What?
She looks up with confusion, wondering if that relaxed tone is an illusion. It's another illusion.
You have to stop it, Calabona. Remember what I said? You don't have to feel bad for trusting people. And here's another piece. Don't blame yourself for being brave.
Exactly, right? Like at the end of the day, Kala was trying to do the right thing. So she's none of those things that Kumar has said, okay? She was trying to do the right thing. She thought that she had to do what she had to do. And sometimes you can't just help but lose sometimes, you know?
What did she tell you? You were a fool and you ruined everything?
Basically. He crouches down and looks straight at his reflection in her eyes.
Come on. Both of us know this is not the case.
Exactly.
Brave or reckless? Prudent or cowardly? Comments like these could be predictions, but most of the time are hindsight. The good news is, we still have time to change that. You know what kind of bears the hunters fear the most? The ones which were once trapped, but eventually got away. Nobody can remain a predator forever. We don't know what will happen in the next encounter. What's more, life is a long fight where we outsmart one opponent and get outsmarted by the other. That's the wisdom of nature. Bears eat salmon, wolves eat rabbit, but eventually, bears or wolves, their skin will become our blankets. A tiger might have strength, yet a rat also has its wits. You don't need to defeat her to validate your victory. You can win this war another way, a way to your advantage.
Look at Shemaine. I can't even say his name, man. I swear his name was Shamani. Now it's Shemaine. Look at him.
When will the
The
wrestling
wisdom.
between a fisherman and a fish begin? When the fish bites the bait. So, if you still have some strength left in you to get back on your feet and think straight, that'd be most helpful. After all, I don't think we have the time for another round of meditation.
No, we do not. Calabana takes the cloth. He buries her face into it, wiping hard across her eyes. The pain brings her senses back.
The last time I wiped my face with this, I was wrestling with my mom.
She takes a deep breath, trying to get her brain working again.
Kumar, she broke the boundary between the meditator's realm and reality through me. I'm afraid the falling star will arrive early.
What? There's no other ways to stop her then?
There might be a way to stop her by locating her in person. But I didn't spot any clue in the realm. And now,
We are in a dangerous situation. Almost as urgent as the time when Rama was facing the arrow knocked to a full bow. Instead of getting caught up in nostalgia, we should take action and protect what can be saved.
The estimated arrival time of the Foundation backup is 6 a.m. It will be too late if the meteor really falls early. We need a shelter that can withstand the impact. Also, we have to gather all the villagers. And... In the field training, the instructor also told us to...
I'll go with you.
Anjira staggers her way to them.
I'll go with you. I know the way better. Besides, Shadja is not back yet. If anything happens to she, I will not forgive myself I say those words.
I'm staying.
Huh?
If I can calculate the range of damage of the comet, we may retreat to a safe location.
Calabania flings her wet hair back.
Every rat has its day. And this rat is doing her best.
Exactly. You're not exactly a rat though, because you're gorgeous, but yes. Like the saying, every dog has his day, so yeah.
Don't put on a face like that. You're not some rat. I can tell. You are the tiger cub.
Yee.
Meantime, let's not forget, the real rat is still out there looking smug.
It's predictable that there will be a long-term battle outside the stone door enchanted with protection incantations. Shemaine turns around and rubs his hands, feeling a bit uneasy.
Watch out for the things I knock off. I didn't do it on purpose.
I can't wait anymore!
I would like to express my deepest regret for the accidents.
Straws against the wind. The last butter lamp has been blown out by the quiet breath. Darkness falls on the people who are still in hiding.
We are safe as long as they can't find us.
The jar hides the fainted woman and the girl in the shadow to keep them safe.
Miss Georgia, I'm scared.
Gina holds Sajar's hand so tightly as she is the only lifesaver now.
Relax, Gina. Remember what Pati and Dada said? Just wait here and they will be back soon. Your brother is also helping them out. But those monsters are terrifying. Even Mata.
Recalling the tragic scene, Sajar can't help close her eyes.
Mata just passed out. Don't worry. She will...
साले तुम्ही राक्षस
The man casts an incantation while wielding the ramdo to keep the monsters away.
गंदे कीड़े पिताजी हमें भी बहुत सारे हैं इतने बुज़दिल मत बनो राज मत बनो यकीन नहीं होता कि हमें एक इंसान लड़की के सहारे की जरूरत पड़ रही है
Ramdo cuts through the air, and an arm covered in black slime, falls into the ground.
पिताजी ध्यान से
सर आपके पीछे
The body acts before the mind. The moment Sajar exposes herself and rushes into the light, her senses scream to warn her of the danger. There's no doubt a bare-handed human challenging a group of madness followers is throwing straws against the wind. The last Manus follower falls to the ground, the mask broken in half. Damani freezes his fist, still in the air. Even he himself doesn't realize what has happened.
Oh boy, that was close.
He looked down and meets Sajar's equally confused eyes.
Miss Shurja, I admire you for your courage, but this is getting a bit too nerve-wracking.
He withdraws his arm, a bit scarred by what has happened.
Miss Shurja!
Kanjara? Wait, how did you find this place?
Sorry, Miss Shurja. I should not is mad at you. That scares me so.
Sorry. Couldn't control myself and my body just...
हाँ रुको बच्चे
The old man grasps Shemane's left arm.
ये हाथ तुम तो शर्मा जी के बेटे हो
अरे आप तो तिकाल चाचा है ना कितने अरसे हो गए आपसे मिले हुए
when you go back to your old neighborhood and all the neighbors is just like, oh, aren't you this and this? Oh god. They knew you since you were like a baby or before you were even born.
तुम कैसे?
The old man seems to be looking at a living ghost.
तकाल चाचा, बहुत बातें होंगी, पर इस वक्त नहीं.
Warmly greeting the old man, he avoid the question.
इस जगह एक उल्का पिंड गिरेगा. इसके प्रभाव से एक विशाल गड्ढा बन जाएगा. और वो उल्का पिंड यहाँ पर फाउंडेशन के कोई सहायता पहुँचने से पहले आ गिरेगा. पर आप लोग सबसे ज्यादा खुशकिस्मत हैं, क्योंकि हम सबसे पहले आप लोगों को ढूंढ पाए हैं.
I love like his mannerism is still in his when he speaks the native language. His mannerism is still in there.
चलिए तकाल चाचा, मेरे घर पर चल के बतख करते हैं. आपको हमारे घर का रास्ता याद है ना?
क्या? वो चला हुआ पुराना घर सवाल ही नहीं उठता, कभी नहीं.
फिर तो आपको मुझे माफ करना पड़ेगा. चाचा, आप हमारे साथ ही जाएंगे, भले मुझे आपको बंद कर खींच के ले जाना पड़े.
It's for your own good. The villagers are pushed into the tuk-tuk with their complaints.
All right. I'm glad to see that you're fine, Miss Shurja. We are in dire need of a helping hand.
Miss Shirja, I remember you know this place well.
Yes, I do.
They need to transfer everyone here, humans and arcanists, to a safe place.
And you're the best person to do that.
Alright. I'll do whatever I can as long as it helps.
Wish my father could see this. Isn't she a lot more reliable than I am? Told the old man a million times that humans make more decent work partners than arcanists.
Hurry up, you people!
Matilda opens the door and urges them to get in.
You can chat later!
I hear you. Shurja, please briefly tell us what the neighborhood is like. We need to pick up everyone in the town as soon as possible. We need to find the quickest way to do it and avoid all the enemies on the way. Hey, relax. We can't run away from them. We will just run over them.
I can't wait anymore!
The Balahas live near the village entrance. The fastest way there... Oh, and Auntie Sitar. She lives at...
Look! There are some road signs ahead! Which way should we go, Miss Sherja?
Hey, people. That rumbling noise sounds like giant rocks rolling downhill. Those guys are catching up.
Aha! Don't worry, just speed up with Conchita!
Ahead! Yes! My intuition has never failed me!
Relax. Your ending is fated. Please, don't resist.
Can you believe this? They run faster than my caravan. With those little legs?
Oh, young lady. Never underestimate the legs. Or animals.
Animals?
Well, more or less they are. Leave them to me. I know how to deal with things that have legs.
Huh. Easy, big guy. You're turning my caravan over.
As expected.
Red, start me up!
Hope I remember.
Left hand up! Now right hand up! Nice! Peace and love! Peace and love! Are you ready to be frightened? Are you ready to shake? Woohoo!
was great fun.
That was nothing like the training.
We took a detour, but we will get back to where we were after this intersection.
Be faithful to the choice of fate. Everything has its cause and effect.
Phase. Can't resist.
As if your ending was over.
Sophia!
Try this.
1, 2, 3. Okay, all are here. We got everyone.
The gas pedal is more heavy.
Oh, अंकल तका, वहाँ बहुत भीड़ है, हाँ? मैं यहाँ से केवल आपकी पगड़ी देख सकता हूँ। मुझे डर है कि आपको अभी इसे सहाना होगा। आखिरकार आप बहुत बार पहले वक्त थे। ये जल्द ही खत्म हो जाएगा, क्योंकि हमारे पास एक उत्कृष्ट युवक ड्राइवर है। यात्रा खत्म हो सकती है, लेकिन इसमें अधिक समय नहीं लगेगा।
I've seen your struggle written in the stars.
Open sesame.
How is everything now?
Well, it's going smooth. The young people and tourists left as soon as I persuaded them. Only the old and the children are left here. It's not that easy for them to move, and...
Hey! You promised to give me half of it. Now what? The boss cannot keep her own promise?
I do most messenger work. More food for more work.
These kids were abandoned and driven away by humans. I'm glad to see Kanjra get along with them.
Kala looks down at the astral lab in her hand.
If she could enjoy life like this. No, nothing.
Kala chuckles. There's a faraway look on her face.
You just reminded me of my mother.
Aww.
Shurja, perhaps people like you are the key to saving all of us. I just observed it again. The figures are showing a grim picture. Luckily, I've worked out the specific range of damage.
He draws quite a large circle on the map.
As long as we can get out of this radius, there will be no casualties. As for other losses, they are beyond my ability to cover.
The airship of the Foundation is on the way. At least our water supply is secured for now. But the problem is, at such a distance.
He draws a straight line on the map lightly.
The distance. Even if we follow the straight line, it is impossible for us with the elders and the children to get out of it within hours.
Why? We are getting so close to success. If only we could go underground.
Underground? Wait! I remember my old man told me about an emergency tunnel leading to the forest on the mountain. Its entrance is right here.
Sorry, I didn't mean to click that.
He told me this, hoping that one day I will take over his responsibility to look after the village. If I remember it correctly, that forest, which is also the exit of this tunnel, is right outside the impact area.
He taps on the spot outside the market range with his rough finger.
That's great. In the tunnel, Even if we don't make it to the forest in time, we can still avoid the damage.
But
He scratches his beard, hissing in embarrassment.
the problem is there's a gate to the tunnel. Now, just for the record, I'm only quoting my old man. It is a gate which only opens to the leader who has earned his people's trust.
You don't say.
Oh, open sesame! V is going real treasure hunting this time.
Stop it, Conjure. Just stop it, please. Out of the silence, only the naive child is excited.
Oh, well, my father's version was hardly as exciting as Open Sesame. I didn't believe him even as a child. I tried to open it by force many times. Well, it never worked.
Well, maybe, hopefully, it'll open up this time.
My old man was telling the truth. Things would be problematic for us. Because I don't think I can get that gate open. Firstly, I've never wanted to be a leader. And speaking of the people's trust, how do you think those cursing old men in the yard will feel about me?
Maybe it's Shaja who could open it? Kala listens to those cursing old men for a while. She can't contradict what he's saying.
Even so,
She taps on the map, thinking.
we will open that gate.
She looks up at Shemaine. He is standing in silence and has a blank look on his face.
Even if we have to smash it with our bare fists.
I'm not sure if you were being sarcastic.
She doesn't give a clear answer. Instead, her eyes flit back to the map.
It's the best way in the current situation.
On the porch in front of the house, there is a loose floorboard. Under it, they see some wooden stairs, which appears to be the entrance of the tunnel.
Watch your steps.
One after another, they slowly go down the stairs. The gray and yellow stone gate has a pattern of an elephant rising in front, its front feet in the middle. It is as immovable as a real elephant.
So the spell Shemaine told us is truly useless.
What did I say? This is never the gate for me to open.
Shemaine gives them an embarrassing smile. Behind him, the criticism comes as expected.
मैं जानता था कि तू हम सबको लेकर डूबेगा शर्मा के लौंडे तू अपने परिवार की रक्षा नहीं कर सकता तो दूसरों की रक्षा कैसे करेगा
हे भगवान हमारी प्रार्थना सुन के हमारे लिए कोई मार्गदर्शक भेज दे
Oh, here they come again. The complaints Shemaine had heard so many times, those familiar syllables make him almost nostalgic. Tanjira is tapping a foot faster and faster. It gets hard as for her to suppress the anger.
इतने सालों इंसानों के भरोसे रख के हमने कहा
You.
बकवास बंद करो सब!
The crowd instantly falls into silence. The spell of nostalgia is broken. Tremaine lowers his head, surprised by her irritation.
All you talk about is protect family and stuff. Give me a break. And you.
Me?
Shabay points at his own nose. Brought up short.
Yes, you!
What about me?
Tanjiro throws back her head and glares at
You
him.
love talking, don't you? Now you go dumb?
That's what I'm
Big
saying.
guy, can't defend yourself?
That's what I'm saying. Like, Shemaine got some good words of wisdom. I know he doesn't want to be a leader, but he could at least do it just this one time. Just this one time. That's all.
I just don't understand. You feel bad. You say it. Why is you afraid? You don't owe them. See?
Tanjiro extends a finger at the hushed crowd.
You talk and you shut them up.
Exactly. Tremaine follows her pointing finger and looks at the familiar faces. He suddenly realized that after all these years, he still remembers each of them clearly. There is no longer anger or disdain in their eyes. They just remain silent and avoid his gaze.
Why don't you do this earlier? We need to focus on the most important thing. It's open sesame story.
Tanjiro mumbles admiringly.
In the story, only the most smart and wise people can open it. Why do you hesitate now?
Exactly. Tremaine is really smart. He's really wise. Like, just do your job. Tremaine laughs as if she has said something most amusing.
Little one, you think I'm the smartest and wisest person?
I think he is. I think he just doesn't want to think he is.
No.
Oh.
Well, yeah. His laugh stops.
But why ask me? It is your gate. My answer don't matter. Their answer don't matter too. That's why I said you should shut them up.
Tanjiro rolls her eyes.
There will be a gate for me, and I will open it my way. I'm the one to decide how to open my gate. My spell will be longer and cooler than some open sesame. I'm not jealous, you.
She turns her back to him, refusing to cast a look at him.
Interesting. Looks like Dad was right. I'm not qualified to be a leader. Thanks, kid. Anyway, times have changed. Forget the spell.
That his father's gate, his father's path, his father's choice of life, and his father's responsibility.
Lekin ye main hoon, jo jahan kara hoon, na kevo.
That's true. He raises his voice.
Screw it. I have no idea what my father once promised you. In fact, I have no interest in what your old heads think. लेकिन दरवाजे को खोलने के मेरा तरीका क्या है?
Pick a new spell, sing a song, bleat like a goat, or belt like a goat. His fists clench. At this serious, crucial moment, he is strangely relieved by one sudden idea. He doesn't need an implement. He can just do it with his bare hands, figuratively and literally.
And the one standing right here, right now, is me. Not another Sharma.
Keep the soldiers loose. Stay steady. This is his way.
That is to say...
This is the easiest punch he has ever thrown. The burden from the past, the pain and stress are thrown out of his body at this moment.
Oh, turns out the gate is much more fragile than I thought.
We knew he could do it. A quiet night in the forest. A bonfire is lit in a small open space.
That is to say, I'll smash that door open, even if it takes the other arm of mine.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about. So cool!
As the stick pokes the bonfire, a clear snap can be heard.
I guess you didn't see that coming.
To tell the truth, I had prepared myself to bounce off from that closed gate, like what had happened many times when I was a kid. But wow! See how I burst it open? That was cool!
He throws a few punches in the air excitedly.
Ho, ho! Ha! Ha!
He takes back his fist, content, and casually pokes the fire.
So in the end, my dad was just telling nonsense to a kid.
The flame is dancing in his eyes.
Those so-called profound teachings. Like one needs adequate strength or a sense of responsibility. Those were too abstract for a kid to understand. That's indeed his style.
But in the end, the door was opened. That's for sure. That's a good ending for a story. At least 1,000,000 times better than mine.
You have a long way to go before reaching the end. But I'd say you're in a much better place now than you were in the beginning.
True.
It's good progress. Trust me.
Observed from the top of the mountain, the old village is only as small as half a palm.
He who only stays behind a closed door will turn away many things, including a chance to survive.
All right. Best roast rabbit ever. Mr. Ja, you have the first bite.
A person with no family, yet radiates the warmth of family to others. If only Kumar had the slightest warmth from someone. Maybe such an absurd thing would have never happened.
Which... I understand. I get it.
I doubt she's upset about what happened. Maybe she has found herself a good seat to enjoy this dance of Shiva.
That's true. She's the kind of person who always finds herself the best seat to watch the show.
But I'm curious. Tell me, did she, say anything bad about me?
That was not a part of a conversation. She just admitted that she was being vindictive.
Calabana slightly frowns, hoping to find some clues in the chaotic memory.
Maybe I was being vindictive out of hatred, like you said.
She suddenly jumps up as if she were burned by the bonfire.
Like you said, the realm can never extract every word I've said. It's theoretically impossible. How? Where did she hear that part?
Huh. Wait. Starry sky.
She was in the same room?
In one part that Kala said that.
How could it be?
Kala pinches herself to calm down.
I know that room well. We have searched every inch of it. Unless she was hanging on the ceiling right above us.
Was
But
it the
As I
statue?
said, she always finds herself the best seat. To be someone who can smile knowingly at the argument made by the lecturer, knowing full well the thinking process behind, while staying close to other whispering opinions. Like a perfect observatory from which we witness the events in the universe.
The fog has lifted.
Maybe I've been in the wrong direction. She didn't make the star fall as revenge on the village.
He looks up. The sky is completely cloudless, and the stars look just like the silver and randomly scattered into the Samruddha by Vishnu.
The sky in the realm when we met.
She recalls the sky in the realm, which was like the surface of dust glassware.
Mr. Charmaine, she was not on the ceiling.
Are you taking me seriously? That was just a joke to lighten up the mood.
But under the ground.
Alabana pulls a photo slowly from her waist. It was soaked when she was in the vat, but now it's almost dried by the bonfire.
Remember the underground survival guide where we found this photo? She's right under that house.
What does that mean? The street is empty. All the villagers have been evacuated. There are only Manus followers wandering about at night.
First to the corner.
And the one who have returned.
This is crazy. It has gone beyond my imagination.
Sorry, but you don't have to come with me.
Say no more on that.
The two sneaks from one corner to another.
If you don't let me see my own sister, I will be dying for answers.
That's what I'm saying.
Who would dig a basement here?
That reminds me. Her curiosity is one of the major reasons she did that. It's possible that she was well prepared last time she came back to Moorpump. I never thought she foresaw that we would be kicked out from the project.
And as you just deduced, she did so to see that star?
Almost 100% sure. Without me, she must have asked the Manus to support her with arcane skills. This way.
After avoiding the wandering Manus followers, they can almost see the entrance to the old house.
She was extremely mentally unstable when she left me. It wouldn't take any effort if the Manus had the intention to recruit her. Watching the meteor show and being destroyed by it has been her plan all along.
At this point, it is hard to say who's worse, she or we, since we have prepared to die with her evil plan. However reluctant I am to admit this, sometimes Arcanists are indeed strange creatures. It's like a madhouse party. But, what did you teach Matilda before we left?
That's our only chance to survive in her realm. I came up with it when I was calculating the range of the fallen star damage.
As I said, you are the tiger cub, trying to take a bite in the arm, even when the hunter has had you in her grip.
That method was between Kumar and me. there is another theory according to my calculation. If there are more observers, the realm might collapse. It's the only theory Kumar doesn't know. At the same time, it is not yet strictly verified. But I have faith in that girl. She's indeed a genius. I hope it's not too late to make our last attempt.
If you ask me, it's not yet the time to make that attempt.
What?
They are only 1 step away from the old house. A huge Shiva statue rises with the loud rumble.
Haha! This must be the appetizer she served us! Great Shiva! I hope your fists feel as light and crispy as Pani Puri when they land on my body.
Let the work begin.
Has stronger defense abilities, and then phase 2 has stronger offense abilities.
I've seen your struggle written in the stars. That's tough.
Hey, look over there.
The statue's attack has left a crack in the floor on the old house.
It is empty down there.
Piece of the savant.
The shower is estimated to fall at 4 a.m. today. By then, the comet will also...
3.5 hours to go. Oh, almost forgot about this. Music.
This dark confined space, there arises a melody played on the violin. The place looks nothing like a livable space for humans. The wall, the table, the floor, every surface in sight is covered with paper of seamless formulas. The only exception is a rough plastered wall, which is full of symbols marking the passing of days. An old telescope is standing in the mess, pointing at the blocked sky.
You alright?
I'm fine. It's not too high for me.
They slide down through the crack. Kala gets back on her feet, patting the dust off, and then she freezes.
Come on.
Oh! Wow, her hair is fully gray now. Oh my god.
What happened to you?
Oh, well. I didn't expect so many visitors.
They seemed a bit absent-minded.
But since you're here, please, Take a seat. I built this place by myself. It's not a big room, and not soundproof. Yes, I heard you very clearly under the ground when you searched the room and went through my stuff. What's wrong about an astronomer reading calf feeding and management?
She paces around shakingly, muttering to herself.
You should have left. My plan has changed. But let it be. Let it be. What do they call this? Destiny? You know about destiny, right, California? Watching the stars with me. Good. It's like living the old days again.
He turns around, her gaze falls on Shemaine.
Kumar, sister.
Sister.
A fleeting sneer appears on her lips. Kala frowns deeply.
You looked much better in the realm. What did the Manus do to you?
The Manus? Oh, they're fine. Helps me a lot. Impressive arcane skills, experiment apparatus, and food. Lots of food.
Following Kamar's fingertips, they see a pile of nuns in the corner, which are under a layer of unknown insects.
These... Oh.
Seems like she's no longer capable of commanding those wandering madness.
He would have panicked, but he is calm this time. He reminds Kala in a whisper.
But the priority is to stop that star. We can deal with the rest.
The star? You're going to stop the comet. You are taking it from me. Again?
Kumar?
Kamar, who was absent-minded a second ago, seems to be triggered now. He suddenly pushes the two out with enormous strength.
I will never!
Confined space started melting. The basement is no longer there. Instead, the space opens up, unfolding before them like the vast universe, nebulous and churning beneath their feet, like a colorful, harmless mist. Kumar stands in the void like standing in the middle of a grand stage.
I will never let anyone set their hands on it!
Dental checker.
Ooh.
As expected, your ending is fated. Try this. It's happening. As it goes. Hope I remember.
Go to hell! Easy, poor thing.
Your ending
That's
is
done.
fated. It's happening.
Police's number. I'll carve it on your face. Go to hell!
Oh, stop. As it's done.
That's done?
It's happening.
I would like to express my deepest regret for the accidents.
And now, chapter 16, the new stargazers. Whew.
I'm gonna throw up. It feels strange in here.
Shemaine feels his legs weaken. He sinks to the floor.
Was that Master's face? I can keep up.
It's hard to get used to it for the first time.
No painting unstably. Kala is still staring at Kumar, who has regained elegance in the room.
I feel a lot better in here. I'm sorry, Kalabona. I don't think this body of mine can hold any longer for a more appropriate meeting in the real world. I'm glad you came back for me. What I said was indeed too harsh.
Kumar has turned back to herself.
Kumar, why do you have to? Look at you. The price is too high.
In the first instance, I did have other intentions. I kept imagining how my so-called parents would react when they were about to get crushed to pieces by the star. Little did I know, they have already paid for what they've done.
Kumar casts a quick glance at her puking brother and looks back at Kala.
I worked myself to the bone. But who knew I would lose everything, including my purpose? It really sucks. But it's okay, just a minor setback. Compared to what I've been through, it's not even worth mentioning. That's why I changed my mind. I want to see it.
To see it? The star we can't see with our eyes.
Seems like I was not very careful about my wording when my mind was clouded. It is a celestial body, Kalabona, not a star. It could even be a moving black hole.
Kumar lifts her palms like she has done so many times in Kala's inquisitive gaze and in the lecture hall of the university.
I'd rather you did this out of the hatred towards the people who abandoned you, or even towards me, for I carelessly exposed my identity as an arcanist, and thus you lost you.
I wish the same. I wish so badly that I could just be filled with pure hatred towards someone. But I can't, kid.
Once again, Kumar looks at Shemaine. He still feels dizzy.
You're the lucky one, young brother. I was going to kick your butt in our last encounter, but I just couldn't do it.
But the madness has made you.
Kid, Banner University can get my name on the SCI list, while the Manus allows me to touch the universe. They are not that different to me.
Sister, Mother told me about this. You physically can't take such a great amount of arcanum in you. The Manus should also know this.
I appreciate that they remembered this about me, but this is the path I chose.
Kumar looks down at the swirling nebula.
When I look into the sky, I feel myself the freest being in the world. The universe. What a vast, life-embracing place it is. No matter if you're a arcanist or a human, even a grain of sand. It encompassed everything, but I was driven away from studying it, abandoned by my own family, for some insignificant, unimportant reasons. I should have understood this earlier. That my struggle means nothing on this planet. I'm tired, Calipona. Just want to see that celestial body with my own eyes.
But Kumar?
Kala tries to stare into her eyes.
That's not how you look at a star. The telescope shouldn't be placed in a basement, and you shouldn't lower your head. Kumar, how long has it been since the last time you looked up at the night sky, at the other stars? What's more?
Kala looks grave.
If the star falls, people in the village, including those kids, none of them will survive. The madness you summoned here has brought disaster to this place, to the people and their families. They are not the sacrifices of your wish. Stop heading down the wrong path, Kumar.
Weariness reigns over Kumar. She raises her eyebrows and shakes her head slowly, as if nothing matters to her anymore.
You know what? I don't care about them. Just like they've never cared about me, haven't they?
Kumar denies her, like she did when Kala pitched a terrible research proposal.
Sorry. Please indulge me with one last willful act.
As Kumar raises her arms, the star in the realm from a straight line.
This is the path I chose, and you can't stop me, Calabona.
A clear cracks from the depths of the universe, one after another.
What?
It's Matilda. They made it.
Hurry, quickly! You understand? Yes. That's what Miss Calabauna taught me to do.
But I can't see anything when my eyes are closed.
Don't rely on the eyes. Hold this crystal and take a deep breath.
The kids sit next to Matilda, forming an imperfect circle by the fire. Outside the little circle, the human kids are peering around curiously. Under the starry sky, the ones sitting by the fire takes a deep breath and put their hands on a small idol.
To feel, what she say?
The change of the universe.
Starry sky is completely quiet.
The meteor shower is starting earlier.
What did you do?
That's the method only once known between you and me, Kumar.
The observation method. You told others about the celestial egg? So what?
She stops herself. She's always the clever one.
I see. You once pitched that research proposal to me.
An almost gratified look appears on her face.
You are indeed my best student, Calabona.
I finally understand why you asked me to keep it a secret. Even if we named it Egg, it's actually a projection of the universe, which has the same feature. The universe is infinite. As long as we observe it self-consciously, think each of ourselves as one of the centers of the universe. The egg will then collapse because of multiple centers, until it puts a quietus in everything, including that star. A shattered mirror will never be pieced together again if there are enough forces to break it. Am I right? Then there was neither existence nor non-existence. There was neither the realm of space nor the sky beyond.
Who could master these skills? Those old fogies in the village?
A genius girl, and a bunch of kids who looked up at the stars.
Just like you and me in the beginning. Aww. Calabana's lips quietly move, but none of those words come out.
I'm sorry, Kumar. I have to. No, we have to stop you this time. I can't let you destroy more punk.
They are not enemies, at least for now. This is not a confrontation.
Or destroy yourself.
Wow. Balanced mode? Rebalancing of encounters. This battle enter balanced mode. Unbalanced characters will have their level, psych cube, and character resonance raised to... Oh. Really? In balanced mode, your character psych cubes be adjusted. Character psych cube below the balance level. Balance mode rules. Character's resonance not yet at the balance will be raised, but not exceeding its character level. Okay. Oh, okay. In that case, character's level. What's the enemy's level though? Is it the same? Oh, Insight 3, level 20. Wow. Well, thank you for the balance mode. Otherwise, I was never going to be able to beat this thing. Kumar enters phase 3. Can I put Bicorn Bloom then?
Shall I ask the enemy for their tactics?
Because
I'm not good at dealing with visitors. It reminds me of something bad.
put her in there. Let's see how this team does. Ooh. Oh, that's cool.
Dental checkup.
That's so cool.
Those 5 giant spheres, are they?
That's Ketu and Rahu. Kumar, you.
Even the infortune may reverse what's irreversible.
Either do it quickly or hold her off. The realm will collapse once the observation starts. And I believe in Matilda.
Don't rush in. She seems to be waiting as well. She's accumulating power.
The mark's on her.
My child, as the nebula collapses, no watching eyes will survive the destruction.
But you should remember, it's not eyes that our observation relies on.
Okay, so her, and then there's this thing. Should I attack this thing first or her? Wait. Okay, let's see what we can do then.
Whose heart is beating so loud?
Your ending is fated.
Huh. Don't be so furious.
Realm turns into reality.
Whoops. An accident.
Okay, let's see.
As expected.
I hear something.
Your ending is fated.
Wow.
Hope I remember.
Oh?
Please live up to my expectations, Cons.
Ooh, I didn't like that.
Teaching others our method to see that star. You have really ruined everything this time.
Look, Kumar, I really don't care. See if I do.
Relax. Whose heart is beating so loud?
As expected.
Come back to me. Agents have guns. It's called common sense.
Be faithful to the choice of fate.
Huh.
Talking out calms people down.
Everything has its cause and effect.
Was that a waste for the ultimate? I should have waited until the rest of her life got taken.
If I remember how.
Hey!
Guess I should probably get rid of these little guys.
I didn't take advantage of you. You and I, we are very alike.
No worries. Whose heart is beating so loud?
Just a reminder. Watch your steps.
We should listen to what people say. Don't be so serious.
Mind the machines on the ground. Bang.
Secrets always hide in careless words. Listen carefully.
Nice. Nice. That's good. Ooh. Man, I really love this battle design. They did such a good job. Like the fractures, and you see Kamar more. That's amazing.
Sister! I only wanted to see that star. Why did you stop me? Why?
Activates the mediator's realm that immediately gives all allies 3+ Moxie while the room is activated and 1+ Moxie. I'm using that.
I hear something. Relax. No worries. As expected. Talking out calms people down. Come back to me. Realm turns into realm.
Pretending to be humans? We wouldn't have to waste time on this, right?
We should listen to what people say.
Be faithful to the choice of fate.
Relax. Secrets always hide in careless words. Listen carefully.
Everything has its cause and effect. Realm turns into realm.
I smell the scent of mint oil.
Almost.
Your ending is fated.
Huh.
I hear something.
No worries. Try this.
Whoops. An accident.
If I can push it a little further. I have lost everything. I don't understand.
I would like to express my deepest regret for the accidents.
That was sad. Oh, here we go. The waterworks. I think this is the final part. Part 17. Neither day nor night. Let's go.
It's about to collapse! Got to go now!
Kumar! Kumar! Ah!
The shabby basement has completely collapsed. Moonlight floats down through the ceiling that no longer exists.
Mr. Germain, you covered me.
Pats the dust off his shoulder.
I'm fine.
He looks in the other direction. Kalabania follows his gaze to see and sees Kumar.
Pretty.
The ragged woman with the gray hair looks up slowly at the night sky. Several meteors are across the sky with glaring tails.
Her realm has gone, taking that falling star with it. Tonight, only the meteor shower will sparkle in the sky.
Kumar! Kumar!
Kala, who is now also ragged, staggers towards the one staring at the night sky. He's haunted by an ominous feeling. Faster, even faster, getting to her side like she used to.
Kumar!
Finally, Kala holds Kumar's hand.
I'm still here, Kumar. How about we go back first?
Go back?
Yes, go back to the institution, to the university.
She cannot continue. It seems Kumar can no longer understand her words. She just frowns and stares at her in confusion. Suddenly, she relaxes her eyebrows and smiles while shaking her head.
There's no place I can go back to.
Yes, there is. You can stay at my place. You can use my lab. We can start over.
Sure.
Really? You will? Let's go then. Leave this place first.
Kala gets up quickly and holds Kumar's arm in hers. She drags Kumar to leave, seemingly afraid that Kumar may change her mind.
But there are some papers I need to take with me. Let go of my arm.
As Kumar behind Kala, she sounds quite relaxed.
Okay.
Somehow, Kala dares not to look back. She can only look up at Shemane's face.
Mr. Sharma, Kumar says she'll come with us. She just needs to take some papers. It won't take long.
He slowly shakes his head. Jermaine never feels this calm. He looks at his sister, but he feels he is looking at someone else. He is looking at a weary soul waiting for her final salvation. She is his last kin, and he is going to respect her decision.
Then there was neither death nor immortality. There was neither day nor night. Everyone has a place to go back to. What a nice world to live in.
Mara is familiar with the space. Even if it is ruined now, she reaches. It's the only item she has ever asked for Manus Vindicte, and now, for the second and last time, she places her hand on it.
I hope, when the universe constructs me for a second time, I will not come to this world again.
Oh.
Wow! So this is what Chandigarh looked like. It's slay!
What's this? Candy?
This way! Come over here!
The once ragged paths has been turned into smooth road. This new city, the villagers still carry on their old customs. Candles has lit up every street for the new immigrants on this spring night.
Ah! So you're only in the system No wonder they made you go through so many procedures earlier.
What? So you was just rookie?
Shut up! I won't allow another word of it! You better be careful, otherwise you will regret your doings when you get to the Foundation. Did you just make a face to me? Stop right there! Arrête!
Miss Sherja and Mr. Sharma, thank you so much for helping our staff.
You flatter me. I just did what I could.
No, madam. We've ascertained your achievement. Before this incident, you volunteered to help over 10 arcanists and human children. And this time, you rescued more than 30 arcanists. That's remarkable, madam.
The woman in Foundation uniform seems to be smiling at Sajar and passes over a gray envelope.
What's this?
A letter of introduction to the St. Pavlov Foundation. I'm sure you know our branch in Chandigarh is already under construction. Such a responsible and caring human member like you will be very welcome. Please do consider this opportunity.
The Foundation member rummages through the materials in her hand.
According to the record, there's one more arcanist who also provided help for us in this mission. So, where is Miss Calabona?
Oh, she's...
Sherja turns around. Tanjir is gone too.
That's weird. Oh,
He suddenly realized something.
I think it's not a good time for her. They will be back after the meteor shower.
Ah, meteor shower! So many of they as the news mentioned. I wish I can have my stomach full every day when I go school.
Laisse-moi être une détective, ne serait-ce que pour une fois.
All right, people, don't be greedy. One wish only.
I didn't know that was a bullet.
Alvida, Kumar.
At this rate, I feel like at every patch, like the developers like plan is to just make me cry every time. Just want to make me upset every single time. Like at least last patch was more upbeat. This one broke me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It went too close to home. Especially if you were like it was a beautiful story though, don't get me wrong, this is a really beautiful story. It just hit way too home for me because it's like when you like grow up like in a situation within your family or in your neighborhood and stuff like that, and depending on which age or how you took that trauma, sometimes you run into people that in your life that took that trauma and basically became like they become worse off versus yourself, who say like for you personally, you decided that you wasn't gonna let that, you were gonna overcome that. Like say like Shemaine, he overcame that over time. Soon later he was angry for a long time though, but he found peace eventually with it and he moved on, and with that he gained knowledge and understanding and patience and all that. So but then there are others like say Kumar who still felt that, and they felt that rage for so long, and to the point that they feel like their life is kind of like meaningless, or no matter where they turn, no matter where they look, even though they have friends right there beside them, they just can't seem to change, you know what I mean? Like, and that hit a little home with me because in my case, I think me and Dahlia's case, we were kind of like more so Shamani's kind of way where we were young, and so we had more. Yes, I was angry for a long time too. I was like that with like how Shemaine was. I was very angry about my circumstances, but I grew as a good person because of it. Like I understand people a lot better. I think I'm very like, I focused on myself and I made sure that I was a good person that was gonna come out of that. I knew that I think I've learned to let it go, whereas like I can't change someone, but I know I could always change myself and I could always be a better person than the people who I was around. So then that matters more than anything. So but yeah, we were more like that. But again, I do have people that are close to me that does fall under the lines of Kumar. And boy, that's why I said this story kind of hit home with me. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. I kind of don't like it. Kind of like, I'm just gonna like, yeah. If y'all just like feel like Kumar, just really like, I know it's hard. I know it's really hard, but sometimes you just gotta you see good people in your life that says that you need change or something like that. I can't even give good advice to that because it's like I said, I have people in my life that's kind of like a Kumar, and no matter how many times I want to reach out and try to, sometimes they're just unwilling or unable to take just a step. You give them a step and then they go back sometimes, and it's like at the end of the day, it's kind of like what Kumar says, at the end of the day, it is that person's choice. is not Kala's fault. Is nobody's fault. It's not Charmaine's fault. Charmaine could like debate with himself, going like, maybe if I've done this and I do that to myself too, it's like maybe if I did that, then things could have been different. But sometimes at the end of the day, it really is the person, and you gotta let a person live their life. So, and that's why I said this kind of like hit home, and I feel like this might hit home some people who who's kind of live like that. Like I said, I'm not gonna trauma dump or anything. That's why I'm being very vague right now. I'm not saying nothing about my life. I just say that I get it, and this hits a little home. Other than that, it was a really beautiful story. I like the I really enjoyed. I'm sorry, that's why I keep saying native accent or native language, because I don't know which language they're speaking. I could make a hint, but I'm not sure if it's Arabic. I'm not sure if it's Hindu. I'm not sure if it's called Hindu or if it's something. I forgot what the India's native language is called. I'm not sure what kind of language they're speaking, but I really did enjoy it in this one because I felt like I was like I feel like I felt the culture a little bit because of those accents and the language, you know what I mean? So I did enjoy that very much. I do like the art style. I loved how I really liked the whole like dynamic of the whole story. I think I liked the story a little bit better than the last patch, even though it's sad. To me, I do like this patch a lot better than the last one. Surprisingly, I didn't expect this patch's story to really like intrigue me as much, but it really did. And like when I first saw the trailer and stuff, I didn't realize that she was holding a bullet in her hand until like now, and I'm just like, okay. Like all the things, man. Like the relationship between Kumar and Kala is like, it's like toxic, but I get it because I was like that, so I felt that, you know, in my life, and I felt it here, and I just really enjoyed this patch. That being said, stop making me cry, Reverse 99, please. Okay. Just like, please, can we just hold back the tear ducts now? Can we stop? Stop it. Ugh. Other than that, I guess that'll be it for. I think the next time I do a Reverse 1999 video, it might be this story. I know this is Kala's side story little event thingy. I'm just gonna play it off camera. But yeah, I love the music too. It's like everything about this patch is just so good, so well put together. And it's like I really liked it, all three of these characters, and the way that they introduced to them, and just like it was really well done. I dig it, if anything, but this has like always been my complaint when it comes to gacha games, is that I wish, like, you know, you see how all this beautiful like themes and stuff. I know it's gonna take a lot of work, so they don't have to do it, but this is like very beautiful and majestic. But every time I come out here, it's like it's still the suitcase theme, which is fine because maybe later on they'll give us another like a Christmas skin and stuff like that. But I just wish it felt as festive. I had to click in here in order to feel the mood of the theme of the patch, you know what I mean? But that's in every gacha game. This isn't their problem. This isn't every gacha game that they'll have this little portal into the basic theme of the patch. I just wish it was a little bit.
At dawn, within half an hour after the first beam of sunlight appears in the
I just wish it was a little bit more out here. That's all. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, so far in terms of story, I think probably because it was sad, that's probably why it's a little bit more higher on my list. For some strange reason, sad story just goes high on the list. I think it's as follows. I think the best story patch to the least best story patch is, for me, as follow would be this one's the best, is number 1. Number 2 would be the Green Lake story is number 2, and then number 3 is the Rim of Cup. The Rim of Cup wasn't really my favorite, but I'm glad that the stories are improving over patch though. I really like that. So yeah, ugh, that was a lot. Now I'll have to hug like my sister when she comes in from work. I'm gonna be like, Dolly, I need a hug. And she'll be like, what? Like, you never ask for hugs. That's weird. Like, I was the one who likes, you know, hugs from family and stuff like. And then she'll be like, what? I'm like, I'm confused. And I'll be like, just give me a hug. Don't question it. Just give me the hug. Like, take it now before I change my mind. I need an emotional support animal by the end of this. With that being said, I really do hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the patch, and again, if you like this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, if you guys need help or anything, there are plenty of resources out there. You just have to take it. It's a phone call away. If you got somebody that you could just talk to for a moment, then just take that person, whether it's like a friend or acquaintance or somebody. Like there's plenty of help out there. You just have to take it. But yeah, that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Hopefully a more cheerful video. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.